defeatthebook.com. Let us help you beat the odds. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Either way, I thank you for tuning in. It's greatly appreciated. Thumbs up, subscribe, click the bell so you're notified. I would love that. If you don't, it's all good. Just glad you're here consuming the content. Weren't able to get you a free pick win yesterday. Very sloppy game overall. I thought a ton of turnovers there in that one, especially on the Baylor side. So it really cost us there, I thought, in the end. Not a lot of flow, not a lot of momentum. Still had a winning day overall. Want to try to get you another winning day here today, as it is Super Bowl Sunday, most bet on game of the year, most bet on day of the year. As the bets are flowing in, we're going to have multiple prop bets here in this one. Very small bets here. Try to cash you guys out, make the game more interesting. Obviously, we'll have college basketball. Obviously, we'll have NBA. We swept NBA yet again yesterday, and want to try to have an awesome day here today. So here's my take. I'm going to give you my take on the game. All right. Exciting matchup. Obviously, Kansas City Chiefs, their ability to reinvent themselves with head coach Andy Reid has been awesome, going from the offensive juggernaut to a defensive juggernaut, playing power football with some of these 2 and 3 tight end sets here. They're underdogs here in this one. 2-point underdogs. Now it's floating around 1.5, 2. Still favoring the 49ers here. We've seen over-under at 47.5 here. And sometimes, honestly, for the total, my take on the total, it's very tough for me to try to take the over. At first, initially, I thought the number was a little bit low and thought that this game was going to go over the 50s. Both these teams are going to score. But then if you take a look at the numbers and you take a look at what we've seen all year and what they've done against elite defenses, we've seen Kansas City struggle in the second half this year. Bottom five in the NFL in points in the second half, just over 7 points per game in the second half. They've had multiple games this season where they struggled to score at all. They were scoreless in the second half of many games this year. There were several other games where they scored 3 points or less, and then obviously a ton of games where they scored 7 points or less. So I'm not sure that that's a position that I'm willing to take. I think this Kansas City Chiefs defense has been super opportunistic. The Ravens have had multiple opportunities to score in the previous matchup. They got in the red zone and continued to turn the ball over. Obviously, with the young rookie making a mistake, extending the ball, getting it stripped out. We had the Lamar Jackson interception. We had a Lamar Jackson fumble. So many opportunities in a game that I thought the Ravens had every opportunity to win. And once again, we've seen Kansas City struggle to score in the second half. Running the ball with efficiency, I do believe that they'll be able to run the ball in this 49ers defense. I'm not expecting them to send the house. It's just not who the 49ers are. They're going to try to get pressure with 4. They're going to sit back in their zone. Obviously, that's what Kelsey likes to do, find a spot in zone, sit down. The chemistry between him and Mahomes has been uncanny, something like we haven't seen in quite some time, as he now has the career playoff record for catches. So just an amazing duo with them. But I'm just not sure that they're going to be able to overcome what the 49ers are, and hopefully they stick to their guns and their ability to play balanced football and comparable football. Their ability to run the ball with Christian McCaffrey and put him in different positions to get different matchups and get different looks. They still have the matchups with the linebackers with Skittle. I call him Skittle, George Kittle there on the inside. Obviously, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. This team has just a plethora of weapons. They have a lot to prove. And even though they're the favorites in this one, it kind of feels like they're the dogs. They're the underdogs, you know. They have to kind of prove themselves. Brock Purdy has to prove himself, although I thought he played lights out there against the Detroit Lions. Obviously, their defense isn't really as good as the Kansas City Chiefs here. But I really like what I've seen from the 49ers. I like them in this position. I'm going to take them on the money line. I'm going to lay the $1.20. Obviously, people are going to say you're going to go against Mahomes. You're crazy. He's not quite Brady status, in my opinion. Still, he's one of the best of all time. But I just think that it's the matchup thing, in my opinion. Can the 49ers defense get enough stops? I think yes. Will they score enough points? I think yes. They're the better offense. I think the defenses are comparable. 49ers have a slightly better defense, in my opinion, and I think the offense of the 49ers is better. We're really looking at quarterback play. We're going to say Mahomes is worth this many more points when they really haven't shown us that they're able to really blow good teams out, you know what I mean, or to score up an egregious amount of points. I'm not sold. I'm not sold. Just saying that it's just Patrick Mahomes is just, I don't think it's enough for me to want to back them here in this one. I do think we're in for a close matchup, but I think Kyle Shanahan gets it done this time around. He has a lot to prove as a coordinator. I think this team overall, even though they're favorites in this matchup, has a lot of the underdog within their group that they want to prove and get the job done. So I'm going with the 49ers on the money line. Official free pick of the day. Let me know if you agree, you disagree, whatever the case may be. Put your favorite prop bet down below. Let's get the comment section rolling. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Super excited for this game, guys. Hop on board. Double D, Derek Dimes, defeatthebook.com. Let us help you beat the odds. Best of luck if you decide to tail. But either way, hope you guys have a fantastic Sunday. Good luck.